Target Center, tipping off 7 of the next 8. Starting lineups here tonight, Timberwolves 5 without Victor Wembanyama. It looks the Wolves. Timberwolves come out in their statement edition black. They've got the SATX.
For Sol when Wemby was still playing.
That might have been.
we'll take it though as Jaden attacks and gets the lefty finish. I gotta tell you, Alan, this is a big thrill for me to have you here on our broadcast. Is just so fun, and we're all gonna enjoy listening to you tonight, for sure.
I appreciate it, Jim, and you've been a big reason why this has even happened. So my appreciation is to you and with everybody at FanDuel Sports Network. Up 2-0. Spurs with their first offensive possession. They throw it away. Jaden with a bucket at one end and a steal. Edwards. Right side, Conley is open. Can he nail the corner three? We're shooting 46%. No, pops out. Vassell has the rebound.
Shot it so well last ball game, too, in Miami. He got Minnesota off to a great start. Was one of the guys that scored 15 points as Minnesota forces another turnover.
2 possessions, 2 turnovers for the Spurs. Jaden on the move. The floater comes up short, but you know what? Followed up, put it in for 2. 4-0. Jaden McDaniels leads the Spurs. This San Antonio team still, you know, their chances of making the postseason, Jim, took a serious hit when Wembanyama went down. And by the way, we certainly wish a healthy and speedy recovery for Victor, who's going to be one of the great players in this league.
No doubt.
But they come in 13th in the Western Conference. They're 4.5 games back of 10th place Dallas. Randall misses a left wing 3, and the Spurs will bring it up.
No. San Antonio is going to be taking a road trip to Los Angeles, and De'Aaron Fox is going to meet a doctor. He's been suffering from that pinky injury since we played them, Alan. I mean, when he had 60 against us, he was still suffering that injury. He might have surgery and be done for the rest of the year.
And pops on a straightaway 3, 41% for being late the last 2 games, something Chris Finch has been pushing here over the last week or so.
Minnesota's taking care of the basketball over the past 15, 20 games. They're doing a much better job of winning that differential as well.
Paul to Fox in the corner. Still strange to see him in a Spurs jersey. He nails the 3 and then kind of looks down at his finger right there. 6 a game.
You can see those 2 fingers, the pinky and the next ring finger on his left hand, are taped together, and they've been that way since the beginning of the season.
And with the miss, Randall the offensive rebound. Up 7-3 are the Wolves. Conley works off that Gobert screen. Rudy one dribble. Inside, underneath, hanging out was Jaden McDaniels. From the dunker spot, he scores it for 2. He's got 6 of the Wolves' 9 points.
It's one of the wrinkles that Chris Finch has added to Minnesota's offense since Rudy's been out, and since also Julius. And he's so much better right now on both ends of the floor. Defend the rim as well. They've been attacking the basket, especially when Steph Castle comes into their lineup. Minnesota can really, exploit them. Offensive rebound, second chance points, especially with Rudy back in the mix.
Conley bumped till fade on the jumper, no, but free throws coming up.
Statistic for Julius. He was doing that before he got hurt as well.
He led the team in that category before he got hurt. Beautiful feed inside from McDaniels to Rudy, who hammers with the right hand.
He's played pretty well for them. He's given them a backbone defensively. He's also another nice pick and roll partner with Chris Paul and De'Aaron Fox. And here you see Harrison Barnes knocking down a corner 3, which is what he does big time.
He's 4th best in the NBA in catch and shoot threes. Harrison Barnes, 44%. Again, 4th best. Julius, catch and shoot opportunity, got it. Boy, Julius has done so many things well. The 3-point shooting has not been there pre-injury and post-injury.
Yeah. There's so many other things for this team, though. Giving up a lot of his game to be able to fit in.
Ball fades and fires, but comes up short. Conley up into the front court with the Wolves up by 6 here. This lineup for the Wolves making their 38th start tonight. Have not played particularly well as Ant dumps it inside to Rudy. Fouled from 0. I like the +0 for some reason. I still say it. Here's Conley baseline. Off to Rudy. He'll push it up. Off the heel. Got the friendly roll.
One thing, Alan, I think we've all been pretty amazed at how Minnesota's integrated these players back into the system, and they've just flourished right away out of the box.
It's amazing. I mean, Dante, floater by Fox. Dante, Julius, and we'll see if Rudy can follow suit. I mean, they look like they haven't skipped a beat, which speaks volumes about the training staff, getting those guys prepared and ready to play. Chris Paul directing traffic up the front court. Harrison Barnes, can he hit another catch and shoot? Nope. Part of the 56% that he misses. Barnes is down his 13th year.
Amazing.
He's number 2 on the Ironman streak, too. 284 consecutive games played. 1 spot ahead of Nickeil Alexander-Walker. He was at 170 when he checks in tonight. Fox clears the rebound. Here come the Spurs, trailing by 6. They're 11-20 on the road this season. They have dropped 5 of their last 6. They're 3-6 since Wembanyama went out at the All-Star break. And they're just 5-9 since they acquired De'Aaron Fox. Ant bottled up. Conley moves it to the corner. Here's Jaden McDaniels. Mid-post. They'll pop on the jumper and hit again. Jaden McDaniels is 4 of 5 from the field. He can play with Rudy now, and he's being effective in those 22 minutes. Sochan inside the jump hook over Nas. No, but a tip follow up with the left hand. Jeremy Sochan comes off the bench and averages 11 points a game.
Happy to see this lineup for Minnesota back in the mix too, having Dante and Julius back in the lineup with Ant and Jaden and also Naz Reid. Nickeil, when he comes in, has also been productive, and Ant gets the end here that he played for Minnesota 3 years ago.
Yep. And then he spent that All-Star break here. He quickly went back for 51% from the field, 45% on his threes in fourth quarters. Chris Paul up fakes the 3, drives on Dante into the paint. Kick out right side. Here's Barnes again. And he's 1 for 3 on his catch and shoot 3 opportunities. Wolves up 9 here. They took an assist away from Jaden McDaniels, but he just picked one up on the last bucket by Ant. Inside, what a pass to Randall, but his shot erased inside by Devin Vassell. Here's the likely rookie of the year, Stephon Castle, a pull-up right side jumper. Missed it long off the back iron. McDaniels the rebound.
One of the things I love about Steph Castle is the way that he attacks the basket. And there are those who feel like he got kind of slighted at the slam dunk contest as Chris Paul makes a good strip right there. He had some amazing dunks and didn't use any props. And
instead of him, he has responded. And he's the 4th pick in the draft this past summer out of UConn. He's just had a tremendous rookie season.
Really has.
And that, you know, even losing the slam dunk contest still put him, I think, on another stage. Ant hunting for a second field goal. He's got it. The mid-range pull-up 2. 23-12, up 9. Up 11, I should say. 3 of 4 shooting for Anthony Edwards, so his 3rd field goal of the game. Keldon Johnson gets 1 to drop inside. Johnson's had 7 20-point games against the Wolves in his 15 career games against Minnesota.
Well, they've been a top 5 bench all season long, but all my stats for San Antonio, Allen, are for the last 9. Because I think anything that happened with Wembanyama, you have to reset what they've done the last 9 of the most relevant stats.
Yep.
They've led the league in bench scoring, and what a block right there by Julius.
Randall gets the rejection. The possession continues for San Antonio. 10 to shoot. Paul has played every single game this season.
Amazing.
It is Sochan missing the shot. He's gone with a different color in the hairdo since the last time we saw him. It was much brighter last time. Randall inside, sandwich between 2 defenders, splits that and scores it for 2.
And that's what Minnesota's missed with him out for the games that he missed. It was that inside tough scoring that he does for Minnesota. He missed 13 games. Minnesota was 5-8 in those games. Since he's been back, Minnesota's got a backbone big time.
Keldon.
Out. Do anything. Is that when you were doing anything? Is that when you were doing anything at everything?
Everything. I could not grasp it enough sports. The first time I'd ever seen the game of field hockey. But KOC, unbelievable as a quarterback in the Costa game. He was also a backup on their basketball squad that had Chase Buddingham.
He's tall. I mean, how big is he? Is KOC? Is he 6'6"?
I don't know if he's that tall. I was going to say 6'4".
Okay.
But he's up there.
Okay.
And deep 3, showing some range. Edwards off to a quick start. He's got 11 first quarter points.
Well, one of the biggest things for me during this stretch of games for Minnesota has been the ball movement. I mean, the way that they've been sharing the basketball and snapping around the perimeter. Again, Devin Vassell, I was telling some people before the game that were coming to the game, they were expecting Wembanyama when they got the tickets. I said, well, you're going to enjoy Devin Vassell. He is a gunfighter, and he's up and down at times, but he's on an uptick right now.
And with it, the 7th leading scorer in first quarters this year. He averages just over 7 a game. He's got 11 tonight. Hunting for more. Right side, Nickeil. Pump fake, fly by, wide open on the triple try. It's off the front rim, no. Sochan the rebound. Runs into trouble at midcourt, but here is Devin Vassell on the attack in the lane. The Spurs offense on the season, 17th. But Jim, you mentioned it. Without Victor Wembanyama, the numbers do change. And they are 17th, actually, in offense without Wembanyama, or since he went down. But their defense, as you might imagine, has really struggled.
Yeah, exactly. Especially the rebounding part of it as well.
Nas going to work inside, yes, with the right hand. So Nas coming off the bench tonight. He's averaging a career best 15 points a game. He started 17 consecutive games. There's Vassell on the drive, fouled by Dante DiVincenzo.
He was not feeling well in Miami.
Yeah.
And you clued me in. I mean, I didn't realize it at the time, but Ant did not start the third quarter in Miami. But Minnesota cleared the backboard, and Ant was a huge part of that.
13 rebounds for Ant in that win over Miami. 30-23, the Wolves lead by 7. So Nickeil and Dante together with Jalen Clark out there, Naz Reid, and Rudy Gobert. Naz going to work inside, just runs it up over Sohan. And Naz has the height advantage. This San Antonio squad does not have a lot of size without Wembanyama.
100%. Yeah, they've tried to acquire some, and that's why Bismack Biyombo's in the mix. They play small a lot, though.
And they're also without another big man, 6'11", Charles Bassey, who was a backup big that now is not available to them with a left knee injury. Naz in the block. Ooh, finds a cutting Rudy, but behind him and turned over. 9-point Wolves lead. Vassell trying to cut into that. His 3-ball short and crashing the glass on the weak side. Trying to slam that one. Cut by the 76ers. And spent the last 2+ years in San Antonio. A word from Great Clips.
The year with Wemby out, because he was probably the odds-on favorite, right? And Evan Mobley, Dyson Daniels, Jaren Jackson Jr. all in the mix now. It's going to be interesting to see how that ends up. Rudy should be a candidate too. I mean, he's like people talk about him.